Hi, good morning. Dave Anderson here at the Camera Company. Today I want to talk about taking some pictures in the snow. What a better day than today. It's flurrying out right now, and let's talk about what caused me to think about this. A gentleman was in the other day at our kiosk and he was making some prints. And he came up to me and he says, "My camera must be broken. All these pictures of my grandkids I took playing in the snow are gray. So, what's wrong with my camera?" And I said, "Well, really, there's nothing wrong with your camera. See, what happens is our cameras are designed to meter for an average. And if we have a day which is snowing out, or the kids are playing in the snow, or the pets, or you're just doing a landscape, you have a lot more white area in that scene than normal. So your camera adjusts and compensates for that, trying to make it an average color, therefore making that white look a little bit gray. So how do we correct for that? Well, a couple easy ways of doing it. Many cameras, including DSLRs, have scene modes, and one of the modes will be for taking pictures in the snow. The other way to compensate for that is to use your exposure compensation mode. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to add about +1, maybe +2 in additional exposure depending on how bright the scene is. So on a day like today, which is a little bit gray, we can add +1, but if it was a lot brighter outside, we'd want to add +2. So let me take a picture at a normal exposure, and I'll show you what we get. Okay, now I'm going to take another picture, but I'm going to use my exposure compensation and +1. I'm adding one stop of light. In other words, I'm making the exposure a little bit longer, putting a little more light in there so that my bright areas are going to be bright. My snow will not be gray, but it should be closer to white. So I've put the two pictures together, and as you can see, the one that was metered by the camera, just at an overall average, was grayer than the one where we added one stop of exposure. I also have a second example here, which was down in my local park a couple days ago, where you can see that as metered by the camera, the snow is all gray. Adding one stop of exposure brings that snow back to looking white and more realistic to what I saw with my eye when I took the picture. So as you can see, by adding some exposure compensation, increasing your exposure, whether you're in an aperture priority, shutter priority, program mode, or using the scene mode on your camera, you're going to get a better looking picture in the snow. I hope this tip was helpful. If so, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll see you on the next video.